I'm back. We're having fun. We're reviewing the cards in the Brothers War. We've done white, blue in the last one. We're going to do black, red in this one. And then the next one we're going to do like red, multicolored, and then artifacts. I'm worried I've lied to you because artifacts are kind of being peppered throughout. Who cares? We're having a blast. Hey, Ashnod, Flesh Mechanist. Ah, look. It's all of us in the year 2030 with our Oculus Rift 4s designing the avatar that we want to represent us. Here's you. Here's you at your computer. My God, great haircut. Here's what you're building. Why are you this way on the internet? Mark Zuckerberg doesn't mind as long as we can monetize it. All right, Ashnod, Flesh Mechanist. A black for a 1/1 Death Toucher. When Ashnod... I'm beginning to feel like an Ashnod. Ashnod. You may sacrifice another creature. If you do, create a tap Power Stone token. Okay. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature token. Yeah, that's pretty good. I hate cards that generate Power Stones. For no other reason than I'm committed to the bit. So, I think that Ashnod Flesh Mechanist is a 1/1 Death Toucher and may as well have no other text, because who else is going to cast this directful garbage? Paying 5 to make 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature tokens is pretty good. This is actually a really good game winner in Limited. Oh my god, I can't go to the next... Oh my god, why can't I go to the next one? Am I going to have to review Ashnod for the rest of this 6-hour broadcast? Oh, thank god. Ashnod's intervention. Oh my god. Here, take this breath mint. You smell like shit. Ashnod's intervention, 1 black. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains when this creature dies. Or is put in exile from the battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. What is he doing? Is he eating a bus pass? Like, I'm trying to line the art up with the mechanics here. So, I mean, this is an instant speed. It's good value. Seems okay. Seems okay. Works with Unearth. Because Unearth has something that comes from under the earth out and it attacks, and when it sacks, it goes to exile, but then Ashnod's intervention will give that artifact a breath mint so you can cast it again. This seems actually excellent in Limited. This seems like an A+ Limited card. Battlefield Butcher. Oh. Okay, let me tell you what I saw, okay? Let me tell you what I saw when I looked at this art, okay? I thought that, see this little thing in the background? I thought that was his right leg. I thought that this was his left leg. And then I thought in his right hand was his multi-digited Phyrexian penis. That's what I thought that I was looking at. Because it really does look like this thing in the background. It really looks like when I first open it up, and he's proud. Look, that's why he has the walking stick. He needs to support himself. I mean, this is... Great Turnip says, keep it PG. It's going to be very challenging with who I am to be able to do that, if I'm being honest with you. All right, but let's read the card. It's a 3-mana 1/4. Each opponent loses 2 life. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each creature card in your graveyard. This is like a 4? Roboto by choice says, can you paint it? Not without violating Twitch's terms of service. I'm not a good artist. If you're a good artist and you're doing anything that's a little lewd, I think you get a pass. But if you're me, you're just some guy drawing dicks. Yes, Stretch. Welcome. Please avoid the video mixer. So this card is great. It is a guaranteed way to eventually burn out your opponent. 1/4 is a reasonable stat line for 3. I like this card. Strong Limited. Carrion Locust. It is a 2/1 flyer for 3. When Carrion Locust enters the battlefield, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature card, that player loses 1 life. Might actually have some good merit. I mean, no graveyard trespasser is standard legal. Ooh, this is worse than graveyard trespasser. So let's go ahead and say goodbye. Corrupt. 5 and a black. Corrupt deals damage to any target equal to the number of swamps you control. You gain life equal to the damage dealt this way. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my frickin' God. This card is so good. Like this? I mean, honestly, 6 for like a win condition burn spell is pretty good. I mean, it's absolutely gas-tastic and limited. Because here's the thing. Significant life gain can really screw with limited lists. Like, a lot. There's a reason why they've been printing a lot more, like, 2/2s with lifelink that have become, like, key aggro cards. So Corrupt on 6 is both a removal spell, and it gains life in case you're behind. I mean, I just think it's terrific. I think it is great, 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 great. Oh, man. So, this, is it going to work in Constructed? We're going to try, for sure. We're going to try. Valorant says it's a reprint from 1998. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Diabolic Intent. 1 and a black as an additional cost to cast a spell, sack a creature. Search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Okay, here's the thing. There are cards that have existed that allow you to put a card from your deck into your hand. It just straight puts it in the hand. The most common one is like 3 cost, you take damage, put a card into your hand. This you have to sack a creature. Trying to think of how this would function nowadays. I feel like this has to be pretty good. I feel like it has to be pretty good. Especially because there are certain creatures that you kind of want to sacrifice that have a good effect when they're sacrificed. Like Shambling Ghast is the most recent super all-star one. And being able to get what you need to on turn 3 is pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'd give this a 5. I think I'm just going to go ahead and give this a 5. This has to be good. This has to be good somehow. Disciples of Gix. Oh my god. Disciples of Gix, 4 and a pair of black for 4/4 when it enters the battlefield. Search your library for up to 3 artifact cards. Put them into your graveyard, then shuffle. There's a bunch of bullshit you can do with this one. There's a bunch of bullshit you can do with this one. It's fantastic. Loving it. All right, so. Great. Yeah, just good. Superb. Disfigure. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Yes. I mean, we are seeing some just great cards. Just great all-stars. Disfigure is probably not going to be better than Cut Down in the current meta. Doesn't change the fact that this is just like an excellent 1-mana pick a baby off. Pick a baby off. There you go. So, I think Disfigure is generally, I think it's pretty acceptable. Pretty acceptable. So, look straight out of Norco. Oh yeah, does anyone else like old point-and-click adventure games? Does anyone else? Because like for me personally, every Monday with good old Mostly Walking, that's what we do. And a game I played recently called Norco, I really quite liked. I really quite liked me some Norco. That was some good stuff. Oh yeah, King's Quest. Yeah, all Wajidai games are great. I do want to play Excavation of Hobbs Barrow at some point. All right, we've seen these cards before. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Oh, look at this art. That shit's wild. 1 black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a target artifact or creature card from it, then choose an artifact or creature card from their graveyard. Exile the chosen cards. Wait, am I understanding this correctly? So this is a 1-mana, exile a creature in the hand and the grave. This seems insane. Am I correct? Is this like a 2 for 1 for 1? Because Duress is a non-creature card, right? So, I mean, this is a sideboard card. This is just a better Duress. Duress does different shit. Duress gets non-creature cards. So, like, Duress is used in control matchups. So, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god, you're tracking little crumbs onto my table. All right. All right. Hey, get out of here. Go! Oh my god! Don't ever say that about Duress in front of my cat. All right, so I actually think that this is a very good card in Constructed. Like, very, very, very good. Turn 1 is often when you're going to want to play this, so it just picks the creature off. But in particular, I'm reading Exile Creature card from the graveyard. That is really good, I think. Especially in the modern standard where there's a lot of, like, do stuff with the graveyard. Reanimation nonsense. Emergency Weld, 1 and a black. Return target artifact or creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. Man, they're really making recursion super less expensive. Like, God. Urborg Repossession and then Emergency Weld. Emergency Weld is like 2 mana, or get another thing back, make a blocker for the turn. I think this is going to be an excellent card in Standard. Not as good as Urborg, of course, but this seems a little easier to run. Yeah, seems like a very solid. Fateful Handoff, 3 and a black. Draw cards equal to the mana value of target artifact or creature you control. An opponent gains control of that permanent. Wait. So, I give you a thing and then draw cards equal to the mana value? So if I have something that's like, lose the game, I can just like give that to you. And I mean, technically, if I have something, I don't know, let's imagine something terrible like Urza's Silex for 3. I can give that to you and then draw 3? I think this is a what the deck card. Yeah, I don't think this is actually like good. I think this card is like terrible, but because it's doing weird things, it's got to be rares to not like futz with stuff. And look, this guy's literally like stealing this bowl, and he's like, this is the best day ever. I have a killer bowl. And that actually is Urza Silex, because Day 9 gets his lore. I mean, this card seems absolutely trash. Super, super, super bad. Yeah, because Bounty Giver says you can unearth an artifact and then hand it to them so that way it exiles after you give it to them. And then you get to draw a bunch. But I mean, that's a lot of mana. That's like an 8 mana combo. Like 4 to unearth, 4 to Fateful Handle. I don't know, get out of here. Gix, Yogg, Moth, Praetor. 1 and a pair of blacks for a 3/3. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life. If they do, they draw a card. Huh. So if I have like a 1/1 and then I play Gix, I can swing with the 1/1. It deals damage to you. I pay a life, and then I draw a card. All right, so 4 for triple black. Discard X cards. Exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from among them without paying their mana cost. Ooh. Ooh. This is... It's fine and limited. It's fine and limited. It's often going to be a 3 mana 3/3 that like draws a card and loses a life. Right? Feels good. What do I think about Constructed? What do I think about Constructed? I mean, this seems not the best. At best, it seems like it will let you draw a card, which might be good enough. This is hard to make work. I have a hard time imagining when I would have 7 mana, this thing and a good amount of cards in my hand to be able to then cast spells from your library. Nah, I don't think it's that good in Constructed. I'm going to give it like a 2. Tops in Constructed. I don't think it's that great. Mana-wise, it fits into mono black type list, but this is terrible, I think. I think most of the time, if you're like a go wide black deck and you can like refill the hand, yeah, I think it's bad. Gix's Caress. Ah, yes. Here's you watching your favorite streamer, and here's the streamer. Oh, thank you for those 5 subs. Gix's Caress for 2 and a black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards a card. Create a tap power stone token. We don't rate these cards. It's a matter of principle. This card sucks. Gix's Command. All right. All the commands have such good art. Such good art. 3 black. Choose 2. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 creature. It gains lifelink until end of turn. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power among creatures they control. God, all these commands seem like they're very fair, and as a result are zeros. So most of the time you will do this return 2 creature cards to the hand. Like in Limited, this card is very good. But yeah, no, it just doesn't seem good enough. Doesn't seem good enough at all. I mean, obviously, just casting this to return 2 to the hand is like a natural 2 for 1. Yeah, I just think that, like, there's like Shadow's Verdict that exiles things that cost 3 or less. That's a huge swing. And then just sacrificing a creature with the highest power among creatures they control. Riveteer's Charm does that for 3. Soul Shatter did that for 3. So, I don't know. I'm just not keen on these. Gixian Infiltrator. Whenever you sack another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Gixian Infiltrator. Seems okay. Seems okay. Reminds me a little bit of the Body Dropper from whatever set that was from. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a fine, value baby from those sack decks. Gixian Puppeteer. 3 and a black for a 4/3. Whenever you draw your second card each turn. Opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Ah, Gixian Puppeteer is like a shitty shouldered. When Gixian Puppeteer dies, return another target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This card's awesome. It's awesome. Dispy. All right, she wants pats. Yeah, I mean, this card is excellent. This card is really, really good. Hey, relax. All right, we're not relaxing at any point in time. Despy. She's getting a little hyped. Yeah, I mean, this is like really nice, like a 4 mana 4/3 that brings another 3 cost out. That seems really nice. Then whenever you draw a card, target opponent loses a life and you gain a life. This seems like it would actually happen less often. Less often doesn't actually seem like it's that good. Doesn't seem like it's all that good. So I think broadly speaking, I'm just gonna say 3 in Constructed. I definitely can imagine this working in a lot of different decks. Especially with the cost being single black. Alright, Gixian Skullflayer, 2 black for a 2/3 at the beginning of your upkeep. If there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyards, put a +1/+1 counter on Gixian Skullflayer. Whoa! Whoa! This one gets huge fast. Oh, that's a nice limited card to have. Oh my god, that's so good. Gnawing Vermin. Did any of you watch Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities? It's the blasted rats. Oh my god, that episode was creepy, man. That was some scary shit. Gnawing Vermin, 1 black for a 1/1. When Gnawing Vermin enters the battlefield, target player mills 2 cards. When it dies, target creature you don't control gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Interesting that it actually applies to the other one. Yeah, I've only watched the first 4 episodes of Cabinet of Curiosities. Let's see, I've seen the one of Lot 36. I've seen the one about the rats. And then I've seen the autopsy. Oh, that's some good stuff. Gnawing Vermin, I actually think, is a 5. Across the board. 5 constructed, 5 limited. It's a 1-mana card. It's a 1-mana card, but it's doing something really essential, which is self-mill. And it can 2 for 1. It's really, really good. Go for the throat. Hey. Hey, we got Doomblade back, dude. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, I can finally cut the Infernal Grasps. Or maybe just run 4 Go for the Throats and 2 Infernal Grasps. Oh my god. Oh, it's 5. It's a total 5, bro. It's a 5. This is it. Inkasan gifts 5 tier 1 subs. Inkasan, tell me what to do. Dark House says, hey, it kills shoulder. That's rather funny. Oh my god. Tibman says, I feel like Infernal Grasp is way better, though. Infernal Grasp causes you to take 2 damage. And the good thing about Infernal Grasp is the same cost as this, and it says destroy a creature, you take 2 damage. So the reason we like Go for the Throat over that is, when would you be trying to cast Infernal Grasp? Typically, it's you if you are up against an aggro deck. You really want to be removing these threats that are on the board. And so you're kind of helping them with their plan when you're trying to aggressively remove things. Whereas Go for the Throat, there's just not as many artifact creatures that are super popular ever in Standard, really. So, this is always what Black is looking for. 2 mana removal with as few conditions as possible. Doomblade is destroy target non-legendary creature. And Go for the Throat might actually be just like a better version of that. Inkasano just gifted 5 subs. Says, oh, I don't actually have anything to tell you. I just wanted to gift on my new account. You inspired me to start streaming about a year ago, and I wanted to say thank you. Inkasan, that is very kind of you. And welcome. And hey, you know what? I'm going to give you a follow. Inkasan. Hey, quiet you. What? What's going on? All right, I followed you. Inkasan. Doesn't make my cat happy, but my god, I don't give a shit. All right, Go for the Throat. This card is just excellent 10 out of 10 material. Gruesome Realization. 1 in a pair of blacks. You choose 1. You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Creatures your opponent control get -1/-1 until end of turn. 0. Just horrific bad stuff. I mean, maybe you run this in limited, because there's a lot of like 1/1 soldier artifact creature nonsense, but dude, prohibitive cost to draw 2 cards and lose life at sorcery speed. I mean, come on. We had Shadow's Verdict last set. What is this doing here? Boo. Gurgling Anointer. Ah, yes. That's you gifting subs. 2 in a black, flying. Whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Gurgling Anointer. When Gurgling Anointer dies, return another target creature card with mana value less than or equal to Gurgling Anointer's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. This seems like an awkward card to make work in Constructed, but a solid little card in Limited. Covert Muffin, happy 10 years in a row of subbing. Happy 120 months. Covert Muffin, the world's greatest Stackland speedrunner, says, I would like you to have a gruesome realization about gruesome realization. Oh my god, is this what I look like when I'm trying to kiss Despy on the head? Is this how she feels? Oh no. Come here. Come here, I love you. I want to kiss you. I want to kiss you. Get off the mouse. Ah, shit. It's true. Goodbye. Ah, man. Ah, shit. I got too real. Hostile Negotiations. 3 in a black. For an instant, exile the top 3 cards of your library in a face-down pile. Then exile the top 3 cards of your library in another face-down pile. Look at the cards in each pile, and then turn a pile of your choice face up. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your hand, and the other into your graveyard. You lose 3 life. Damn. Okay, so the way this works is we make 2 piles, A and B, that are the top of our deck. So I look at these ones, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one to show you face up. And it's just like, you know, those like street magicians where I show you one face up, and do I get these face up cards or do I get these face down cards? Hostile Negotiations is fantastic. This is fantastic stuff. Because this creates a little bit of game theory. God, that's so good. Instant speed. Works great. Yeah, no, there's going to be some, like, weird control lists that run this. Because at the end of the day, this is pay 4 to draw 3. And that's pretty good. With the ability to get, like, 1 of 2 good sets. I mean, this is nice. Oh, my tummy. Oh, there we go. All right. Killzone Acrobat. 2 and a black for a 3/2. Whenever Killzone Acrobat attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, Killzone Acrobat gains flying until end of turn. I don't really know how to evaluate this. There's obviously some black cards that want sacrificing to occur, but I don't know. It's like whatever. It's like totally whatever. You can get rid of your Power Stones. Oh, yeah, never mind. This is a 5 out of 5. Killzone Acrobat is actually legitimately so sick. Because this fucker can kill your Power Stones. Man, I hate Power Stones. This is great. 5 out of 5 limited. Misery's Shadow. It looks so like he's doing this. He's doing this with his hand like at this angle. You know what I mean? Like one of these. Misery's Shadow, 1 and a black, 2/2. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. And he goes +1/+1 until end of turn. Whew. I mean, 2/2 for 2 that causes exiling, and he gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I actually think this is pretty good. This is pretty good. You can pump infinitely. You can even use your Power Stones to do it. You can pump infinitely. It's just a solid little card. Works really good against artifacts with Unearth, things like this. But I don't think it's that much use in Constructed. Probably 0 there. I mean, I just don't know what this does. Oh, it's a 2/2 for 2 that you can spend money to make big. Get out of here. Moment of Defiance. 2 and a black. Target creature gets +2/+1. It gains lifelink until end of turn. Draw a card. Very good limited. Stupidly, insanely good limited. Not quite as good as Take Up the Shield, but pretty good. I mean, holy crap. So nice, right? You block, you cast a Moment of Defiance. Often just kill the thing you are blocking, and it redraws. A+. Like, this is some great shit. Oh my god. No One Left Behind. 4 and a black. Oh yeah, but not constructed. Yeah, let me be real with you for a moment. If I don't rate it in constructed, it should never be run in constructed in any format. If I don't give it an explicit constructed rating, it's a -10 out of 5 or 4, depending if that's funnier. So Moment of Defiance, I genuinely think is really good limited. See, I didn't say anything as trash constructed. No One Left Behind. Ah, yes. George Bush's favorite card. 4 and a black. Spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a creature card with mana value 3 or less. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. We got a yikes. Yeah, it's pretty good. No, he wanted a card review, not for remarks about George Bush. Here's the really funny part. I don't remember which George Bush had the No Child Left Behind plan, so I just said George Bush and let you complete the exercise at home. So there you go. All right, yeah, it was the younger one. I don't know. People are typing W because I assume that I'm winning something. No One Left Behind. It's a cheap reanimation spell, or it's a normal reanimation spell. I'd give this a normal out of 5. This is just one of these cards always shows up. Overwhelming Remorse. Hey, banned users. Hey. Do some of you think I really shouldn't have been a douchebag to day 9? I hope he can find it in his heart to forgive me. Well, do I forgive? We'll find out as I read the card. Overwhelming Remorse, 4 and a black for an instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Exile target creature or planeswalker? I love your Overwhelming Remorse. I love it. Oh my god, you're not unbanned, but I love that you feel bad. You should, you're learning. That's great. Oh my god. Instant speed. Incredible. Incroyable. Wow. Yeah, this is Ghost Stalker coming back to the chat channel as these two people begging to be unbanned are left outside of our cave. Oh my, Afghandal says, and I'm still not unbanned? Yeah, I know. I mean, okay, here's the thing. So if we get 1 or 2 in the bin, this is a 3-mana exile. Damn. There is an issue, though, which is that often with the pace, well, you need to be a pretty creature-heavy list to run this one. So I don't know. I'm still a little bit like... I'm a little on the fence about this. Exile is the powerful word here, but you need to have a lot of creatures to make this one work. Painful Quandary. I thought Quandary doesn't have an A here. Am I wrong here? I mean, 3 and a pair of blacks. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. You are wrong, comma, yes. Hold on. We're going to my favorite app. Many of you may know that my favorite app in all the universe is the Merriam-Webster Dictionary app. Let's go ahead and take a peek here. Merriam-Webster. My own, that's like the only app I have on my phone. Let me see here. I have a lot of standard apps, right? I have like YouTube, Spotify, my messages, Twitch, Gmail, shit like that. I have no games on my phone except for Flow Free, because that game rules. And then I use the Merriam-Webster Dictionary app the most, because this app is great. Even more than messages, because I don't have any friends. Except for my wife, and we live together. Really? Quandary. It has an A in it. Quandary. Well, I guess this card is good, because it figured out how to defeat even me. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. Dude, we have some mono black control stupid shit in our future. Are you kidding me? Painful Quandary? With some Swampins? This card's like stupid. Stupid good. Oh my god, this art is nasty. It's like this guy's sanity was split in half and he's like looking the back of his brain. Ugh, this card seems unbelievably good, but you have to be really, really careful with this one because it is uninteracting on the board. So you could like play this on turn 5 and then just like lose to the creatures on the board. So this is great. Love it. Power Stone Fracture, not this garbage. Okay, 1 and a black. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sack an artifact or creature. Destroy a target creature or planeswalker. This is pricey removal for all you power stoners and limited. And I already give you 0s out of 5. Ravenous Gigamole. It gets a 10 for the name. Look at it. Look at his silly little fingers pointed all weirdly. 3 and a black for a mole horror. When Ravenous Gigamole enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put a creature card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you don't, put a +1/+1 counter on Ravenous Gigglemole. I mean, I think this card is hilarious. And just due to the art, it actually looks like these are like busted up roller coasters in the background. So there's like a theme park that got abandoned because the Ravenous Gigamole was consuming all the little kiddos that were trying to get on the coasters and Ferris wheels and shit. Yeah, your mole tribal players probably excited about this. Probably get together in their mole tribal discords, talk about how many fingers is the ideal number of fingers for a mole horror to have, and not enough is the universally agreed upon amount. And then they laugh about it and call each other giggle moles. Yeah, like, you know that shit happens. It's completely foul. I think Ravenous Gigamole gets a 0 in my book, even though that was a fun rant to go on. Thran Vigil. God, I love the look of these. 1 and a black. Whenever one or more artifact and or creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. This card's so weird. Look at this. Look at this artifact construct here. It looks confused to even be in the art. It's like, I don't really know how to pose because I don't know what this deck is supposed to do. Like, Thran Vigil is a really weird card. Oh my god. It would have been so much better with prisms. Oh, Magic Legends. My favorite ARPG. Yeah, no, this does... JP Feinberg says, what do I do with my hands? Yeah, this is like the kid that's taking his once-a-year school photo and isn't sure what to do. All right. I mean, I don't even know what this thing was supposed to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and give this a Magic Legends out of 5 rating. Thraxodemon. 1 and a black for a 2/2. Sack another creature or artifact. Draw a card. What was the name of that weird guy? Skullport Merchant? 1/4 makes treasure. Sack it, draw a card. I mean, sure, it's going to have some use. You're going to sack your Power Stones, turn them into cards. Seems like it'll be a solid card. It's like a little Power Stone snack. Just like snacking on Power Stones, giving you information. God, I need a haircut. God. Ugh. Trench Stalker. Oh my god. We just found a new name to describe thirsty people on Twitch. Oh my god, these little Trench Stalkers. 4 and a black for a 4/5. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, Trench Stalker has Death Touch and Lifelink. Woo! He'll kill ya. He'll heal himself. He doesn't care about anyone's feelings but his own. A 4/5 for 5 is actually not bad. Actually not bad. You know, if we have things like our Power Stone Snacker, Power Stone Snacker can help Trench Stalker get huge. And this is a really nice card to swing. Again, this is why I feel like Lifelink has increasingly become like an aggro keyword. Because if your opponent is on the back foot, or let me try it again. If you and your opponent are somewhat even, and you have reasonably large boards, it can sometimes be scary to swing. Because if I swing, what about the swing back? Lifelink is a really nice hedge against this, where you swing with a Trench Stalker, it has Death Touch, making it hard to block. It has Lifelink, meaning that if it isn't blocked, you're stabilizing as a result of not having this as a blocker anymore. So I think it's just very, very cool the way this has been incorporated. So I really like this a lot. A lot. So, Her Hari says, hey everyone, I'm just curious, what does it mean by playing a pre-release on MTGA? Yeah, pre-release means everyone gets access next Tuesday. I get access tomorrow because I drive money to them by playing the cards and getting people tempted. I want to make bad decks like day 9. I mean, I'm not paid to be part of it. I don't think anyone is, but we all want to be part of it because at the end of the day, ignoring any transactional experience, Her Hari, pre-releases are fucking fun. So this is like a sort of common thing that Magic has done for a long time, even outside of like the streaming stuff where, hey, a new set's coming out. We're doing a pre-release, which is almost like an event that's really structured to give you a flavor of what the new set is like. And that is in and of itself fun. Like when the pandemic wasn't a thing, pre-release weekends, I would go to like 3 pre-releases. I would do one on Friday night and like 2 on Saturday, or 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. And it was so fun because you would just like open up all new cards, play against people, and if you won packs and stuff. And then a few weeks later, they would let you actually buy all the packs normally. Oh, it was so much fun. Yeah, I was being a little bit of a facilitator in terms of my comment earlier, but yeah, the point of pre-releases historically were to get people a fun event to get excited about. So what's the digital version of that? It's having a bunch of people stream the new stuff, largely focusing on a lot of limited formats and various other, events exclusive to this one day. And then this also gives people a taste of the content without having to make a full investment. You know what I mean? Anyways. Ashnod's Harvester, 2 for 3/1 when it attacks. Exile target card from a graveyard. This seems terrible. This is one of these weird cards that I feel like... I mean, obviously, if your opponent has a bunch of unearth cards, you can pick off all the unearth babies with this Ashnod's Harvester. Sure. Art, absolutely incredible. Love it. It's like if War of the Worlds were an actually good movie. He didn't. Not Steven Spielberg, Dana, I know! But cards like this, in older formats, anything that exiles Graveyard is like, oh my god, this is just like... Anything that exiles the Graveyard is busted in Modern. So, I mean, this could have merit outside of that. Clay Revenant. A 1 for a 1/2. Enters the battlefield tapped. Return Clay Revenant from your graveyard to your hand. Oh my god, who's ready to have a recurring awful 1/2? Let's go. Dude. And it has to enter the battlefield tapped, otherwise someone could just constantly replay it as a blocker. Dude, I'm going to run a Clay Revenant list where I'm just like flooding the board with 1/2s, blocking shit, flooding the board with 1/2s, blocking shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dredging Claw. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has menace. Oh, by the way, in limited, this seems like the card that you would sack. Goes to the graveyard, you bring it back, you play it again, you sack it again. Goes your hand. Etc., etc., etc. Dredging Claw. 2 for equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has menace. Nice. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield from your graveyard, you may attach Dredging Claw to it. That seems pretty fun. Is this another equipment that I'm going to convince myself to run in my drafts and never fucking win anything with it? Ooh. Yeah, I think this card's a 0, but might even be a 1. Might even be a 1 in your unearth aggro cards. Like Ashnod's Harvester. Goring Warplow. 6 mana, 5/4 with Death Touch. That's terrible. It could even be a 1/1 prototype with Death Touch. You know, often in black and green, certain playstyles really want a Death Toucher. You know, so if I am sacrificing a bunch of shit to draw cards, if I'm picking off Power Stones and all this sort of stuff, the longer the game goes on, the more cards I can draw. So something that has a Death Touch keyword on it can be a really nice stabilizer early on. So this seems, it seems like service is fine in that way. I feel like the art is sort of hilarious given how often this thing's going to be a 1/1 Death Toucher. Is this where it like couldn't quite make it out of the rocks and it just has these little hooks and it's like, if you step on me, you're fucking dead? Like, I don't really know. Actually, that is a good question. Tuesday Twist says, what size? Because you may cast a spell with different mana cost, color, and size. I think size is these two numbers. I think so, but I'm not 100%. Okay, others of you are saying size is power and toughness. Okay, that's good. The important thing is that I got it on my own. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Oh, I love Phyrexia so much. 7 mana, 7/5 with Menace Lifelink. Ward, pay life equal to Phyrexian Flesh Gorger's power. It gets a wiggly fingered 5. A WFF. Or a whiff. Dude, a 3/3 with Menace and Lifelink, where you have to pay 3 to zap it. Wiggly Fingered 5. Yeah, I'm going to give it a Wiggly Fingered 5. This is a Wiggly Fingered 5. Still wish I had the Palaka Worm. Dude, let me tell you, the first time Palaka Worm hit standard, I'm only running Palaka Worm. Oh yeah, Okelskov says, could you explain what ward is? Ward is whenever you cast a spell on me or target me, you get that thing countered unless you pay the ward cost. So for instance, if I had ward 1 mana, it means if you try to kill my card with a spell that says destroy target creature, it gets countered unless you pay 1 mana. So, ward, pay life equal to Phyrexian Fleshgorger's power, means that if I had this as a 7/5 and you targeted it with a spell, it would be countered unless you pay 7 life. Holden says, have there been pay life wards before? Yeah, the backside of Brutal Cathar, which is, the name of it isn't relevant because who gives a shit about except the Brutal Cathar side. That's a 3/3 first striker with ward pay 3 life. This art is super rad. Oh, I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards I've seen so far. This is awesome. Razorlash Transmogrant. 2 for 3/1. Razorlash Transmogrant. Can't block. Pay 6. Return Razorlash Transmogrant from your graveyard to the battlefield with +++ counter on it. This ability costs 4 less to activate if an opponent controls 4 or more non-basic lands. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is broken. This is maybe the best card we've seen. Holy crap. Okay, in Constructed, what this means is, let's imagine I'm a 2-color list. There's a lot of non-basic lands. I might run 4 of Dual Land A, 4 of Dual Land B. I might have 2 other interesting non-basic lands in there, right? So like very, very rapidly half your mana base are non-basic lands. My god, if I'm a 3-color list, I will often only have 3 or 2 basic lands. And then all the rest of them will be non-basics. So what this means is that if I play a Razorlash Transmogrant, it can't block, so this is very bad against aggro lists. But against control, you run 4 Razorlash Transmogrants somehow. And then that way, by turn 4, you just pay double black to get a 4/3 onto the battlefield. Again and again and again and again and again. This is another version of the Skyscrape Knife Stabber. What's his name? The Skyclave Sky Baby. What's his name? It's not Skyclave Apparition. Is it Skyclave Apparition? That can't be right. Skyclave Apparition. It's not Skyclave Apparition. Skyclave Shade? Yep, Skyclave Shade. Yeah, this one, Skyclave Shade. 3/1 that when a land enters the battlefield, you can cast it from your graveyard. Wow, this is crazy. This ability costs 4 to activate. Opponent controls 4 or more non-basic lands. Yeah, they can have 4 of the exact same non-basic lands. This is incredible. This card rules. This is a super potent constructed card. All base black decks should have Razorlash Transmogrants in their sideboard for the matchups where someone is running, like, you know, super control-y stuff. Scrapwork Rager. 4 for a 2/2. Scrapwork Rager enters the battlefield. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. Oh my god, I found my jank glue. I found my jank glue. Oh my god, I'm gonna do so much stupid shit with this. This is my glue. This is my glue right here. It's my glue. It's a scrapwork rager. This thing's great. Oh my god, it's like a Phyrexian rager, but it's a scrapwork rager. Oh my god. Yeah, good stuff. Welcome to What the Deck. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I love it. This is a 10 out of 9. This is jank o'clock. Gotta be a little careful that you don't just like burn through all your health as you're drawing shit. It's a Horror Rager. It's good stuff. And of course, this card is fine and limited. Transmogrant Altar. Sack a creature, add mana. 2, sack a creature, create a 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature token. I just don't want to rate this. It's boring. It's a snoozer. It's a complete snoozer. It can't destroy my own Power Stones. I don't care about it. I'm done with this. Goodbye. Transmogrant's Crown. Ooh. 2 for equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature dies, draw a card. Very, very excellent. Oh my god, does anyone have any soup? Because this is superb. Wow. Almost Skull Clamp. I know. Equip 1 black. Oh, Skull Clamp, anyone? For anyone who doesn't know what Skull Clamp is, Skull Clamp is a free artifact that when it hits the battlefield, it says target opponent loses the game. This is a pretty good artifact equipment. Transmogrant's Crown is a little bit more of a nerfed version of that. Whenever a equipped creature dies, draw a card. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, this is great, because you just keep equipping it, and then the things keep dying, and then you keep equipping it, and the things keep on dying. And I mean, it doesn't have any other drawbacks. It's just good. Oh my god, are we on red? Oh, we are making such good time. Am I going to be able to finish this before I need to eat tonight? Great news. Great news. Arms Race, 3 in a red. Pay, 3 in a red. You may put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. That artifact gains haste. Sack it at the beginning of the next end step. Slow? Yeah. Bad? Yeah. Awesome? No. Fucking terrible. Did you see the build-up? Did you see how I established a pattern and broke it for clarity? Arms Race is a terrible card. I mean, my god. I mean, this is not an image of the in-world character lore-wise repairing an artifact that will be sent off to battle. This is you looking at the underbelly of your entire life's chassis going, what the fuck went wrong? And it's casting this card. I think we're off to a good start in red. 0. This is so expensive. Oh my god, it's out of control. Uses with Wormcoil Engine? Why? Just cast the Wormcoil Engine, okay? Just cast the Wormcoil Engine. I don't want to sack something at the beginning of my next end step. Alright? It's not good. Bitter Reunion. Oh, you again. 1 in a red. When Bitter Reunion enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Sacrifice Bitter Reunion. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. It's a new kind of staple. And I don't mean staple as in like a commonly used, like, our staple crop is corn. I mean like staple. You just try to staple something onto a card to make its value a little better. Bitter Reunion is a different type of... oh my god, why can't I remember the name of the card? Pay 2, discard a card, draw 2 cards. What is the name of that? What's the name of that card? Cathartic Reunion is discard 2, draw 3. Oh my god, it was literally in the last set. Thrill of Discovery. Oh, Thrill of Discovery. Yeah, Thrill of Discovery. Or Thrill of Possibility. Or Possibility of Discovery. They're all the same card. Yeah, it is. Thrill of Possibility is the name of the card. This is like Thrill of Possibility, but you can get haste after the fact, which is pretty cool. Because, like, haste for 1 can be insane. So, I like this one. But it is a 0. Brotherhood's End. Ah, my God. It's got some expelling arms. It's got some battle mages. Look, it's me and my brother when I stayed in America and he went to Korea. Brotherhood's End. 1 red. Choose 1. Brotherhood's End deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And other text as well. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. This is very good. I've been desperate for a 3-mana sweeper in red. I have been desperate for this shit. Absolutely desperate. My Jund list might be coming back to life soon enough. Oh my God. And it can hit all the power stones. Dude, Brotherhood's End is absolutely plasmatic. This is some gaseous shit right here. Brotherhood's End. Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, fuck yeah. This is amazing. This is exactly what I've been wanting in Big Red, in Jeskai. Oh, yeah. 3-mana sweepers. 3-mana deal 3 damage sweepers. Whoa. Rod and Genesis, what do you think the man in the back of the photo is saying to these two? Ah, yes. This is the stage manager just trying to get us to get on the stage because we're live in a few minutes. For God's sake, Nick and Sean, get up there. Conscripted Infantry. This is when I ask you to help me with something in Discord. 2 and a red for a 3/1. Conscripted Infantry dies. Create a colorless soldier artifact creature token. Wow, aren't you a limited card? Draconic Destiny. Ooh. Ooh, this art. Oh, 1 red for a mythic enchant creature. Enchant creature has +1/+1 flying haste, and this creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn by paying 1, not red, but 1. When enchanted creature dies, return Draconic Destiny to its owner's hand. Oh my God. Oh, that felt so good to read. I might need a cigarette. I mean, it's red Rancor. Wow. Whoa. Rare. Wow. In Limited, this is like one of the best cards that could ever exist. In Constructed, this might be so bad that it's not even good to have in your collection. But God, is this good. Inkasan just gifted 2 subs and said, I feel like Brotherhood's End is 0 out of 5. Is that a request, or are you just talking? Are we just talking? You think this card is 0 out of 5? This is... CBT Samurai says that's bait. I think this is bait. I think you're just trying to get me all cheesed up. I think you're cheesing me right now. I don't even believe this. Inkasan? You want me to... Because... What? Look. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Drek. Drek garbage. Trash bad. Not good. Deal 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker? I mean, I know it's no Sweltering Suns, but it's at least... It's just like warm suns. Can't even believe it. Can't believe it. 0 out of 5. Doesn't kill... Yeah, this doesn't kill Sheoldred. It's a 0 out of 5. It's trash. Get out of here, Vortex Wind. Draconic Destiny I still think is not that good. Uh-oh, Kraytalk gifted 5. Kraytalk, what can I help you with? What can I help you with? Kraytalk says, I actually agree with you, Inka. Wait, no, you gifted 5 subs just to be like, I agree that your remark is right and Day 9 is bad. I know you didn't say I was bad, but you clearly fucking meant that, and I'm absolutely interpreting it that way. I'm from Twitter. All right. Brother's Hood. Why? 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Do you know how many baby planeswalkers are wandering around there with their diapers, shooting fucking lasers into my eyes in the middle of turn 4? And I can just blow this shit up on turn 3? Come on! This is good. This is a good card. It's a, you know what? 6 out of 5. What now, huh? 7 out of 5. Oh! Uh-oh. Hold on. We're almost there. Can't even believe this. Draconic Destiny is probably pretty bad. Dwarven Forge Chanter. 1 in a red for a 1/3. Ward, pay 2 life. And it has prowess. Oh. Wiggly Fingered 5. Wiggly Fingered 5. This is a Wiggly Fingered 5. A 5. Oh, so good. Fuck, it's prowess with ward. I mean, it's not quite as good as some of the other stuff, but it's quite some good stuff. Ben Mecca, thanks for the 5 gifted subs on our Bribe Happy Wednesday. Says, please re-rate card 130 as if it were Luz Theron Telamon. What's Luz Theron Telamon? What's Luz Theron Telamon? Is this like a children's show that for some reason is on at 3 a.m.? The dragon from the Wheel of Time? I didn't read the Wheel of Time. All the way through, at least. Because after 150 pages of book 1 explaining... yeah, no, I see some of you were like, what? You didn't want to read 150 pages in book 1 about how the Two Rivers folk braid their hair and the way in which the roofs are thatched and how the weeds on this side of the road are different from the weeds on that side of the road, not in a plot-relevant way, but they are different, because Robert Jordan thought about this shit. Like, it takes so long to get through. Thumpster says he's literally in the prologue. That might have been true. That might have been true, Thumpter, that in the prologue that's so epic where a giant god being gets in a battle with a dragon and both of them were doing some of this shit with each other. Zzz, all sorts of stuff happening. And then Tam looked down the road at Rand, who was already trying to find an excuse not to do his chores as the Two Rivers folk were celebrating the summer festival very soon. Father, Rand said. Rand looked up the road at Tam, who looked back at Rand and smiled a bit. He knew his son didn't want to do the chores before the summer festival with the Two Rivers folk, but knew that Rand would acquiesce nonetheless. He was a good son. What is it, son? Said Tam back to Rand. If you've read the book, everything I'm saying is fucking hilarious right now, okay? Son, Tam said. Rand sighed heavily. As he sighed, he took in a whiff of air, as during the summer times the lavender flowers in full bloom filled his nostrils with a scent that was envied in areas outside of the Two Rivers. Like, it's just fucking so long. Jesus. And then, like, fucking orcs and trolls and shit, and a guy who's, like, face open sideways when he talks, like, shows up on page 70, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was, like, fucking standing up with my book. I'm like, let's fucking go. Fucking his face opens like this. After the trolls left, Tam looked at Rand. Well, I guess it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? And, of course, all the women who had braided their hair for the Two Rivers Folk Festival came out to see the wreckage. What was this? They asked. Rand looked at the women from the village. It was trolls. Trolls, they said. We haven't seen trolls around here for 2,000 years. They're only up north in the mountains. And whatever bullshit excuse. Oh my god. You know what the best part of that, all that was me saying in it. Because all of you were like, oh my god, they didn't say in it. They instead used nouns that were drier than a desert. Oh yeah, don't forget smoothing their skirts. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it's first book from the Wheel of Time. Yeah, so like, Draconic Destiny, is this like the dragon from the prologue of Wheel of Time? Yes, because I believe that I did read it but I'm going to forget about it the instant I turn the page. There we go. Dwarven Forge Chanter is good. Excavation Explosion. Let's read this. 2 in red. Deals 3 damage to any target. Create a tap Power Stone token. I don't give these cards any more than a 0. The Fall of Krug! 4 and a pair of red sorcery. Choose target opponent. Destroy target land that player controls. The Fall of Krug deals 3 damage to that player and 1 damage to each creature they control. Holy shit. It's incredibly shitty Star of Extinction. Oh, it's the Fall of Krug! Yeah, I mean, I think Krug being an overpriced land destruction that just doesn't do that much is like... It's like, whatever. Is that Traxxas Scourge of Krug? Indeed! This is Traxxas Scourge of Krug and the downfall of Krug. How does that cost 6? It's a really interesting thing in strategy game design where managing resources is fun. Hey, it's turn 3. You have 3 mana. Make some decisions. A 3 mana card, 3 1 mana cards, a 2 and a 1, maybe a 2, and then saving. Oh, interesting decisions with managing resources. Hey, I have an idea. Maybe we should let those resources grow. That's a pure fun. We all like progression. We like RPGs. I have 3 mana on turn 3. I have 4 mana in turn 4. I'm talking about Hearthstone, by the way, because we all know that we missed our land drop on turn 3. I have 4 mana on turn 4. How exciting. It's growing, and it's growing, and it's growing. My numbers are they're getting so fucking big. Oh, my God. And then someone said, hey, managing resources is fun. Having those resources grow is fun. I have an idea. Let's let the players be able to mess with each other's resources. Huh? Let's talk about why people don't play real-time strategy games as much as they should. Okay? Let's talk about that. Did you know that if you look away from your workers for 2 seconds, they're fucking dead and you can't win the game anymore because they collect 50 resources per minute? So by losing them, every single minute that goes by, you're losing 250 resources for the rest of the game? Jesus, I don't even believe this shit. And so, what games started to do in the strategy realm was they started to say, well, you can mess with each other's resources, but only a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit. So you started to have things like, hey, in Magic you can destroy land, but it's stupidly expensive. Or, I think Age of Empires 2 is a really good example of this. Age of Empires 2, hey, you technically can harass workers, but workers can get into the town center and become a Gatling gun. Your town center can turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator 2 like that. Just like, give me more stability. You can only really mess with this once you get to Castle Age in Age of Empires 2. You know, or in Dota. Like, you get to keep all of your money, but there's like a little bit that's like unreliable gold. It's like specially marked. You can only lose a little bit of that. So basically people just grow. So I think that this is fine. Doesn't change the fact that I will find a way to blow up some lands. What are we talking about? All right, this card's fucking 5 out of 5. I don't care. It seems good. Fallagy Chain Dancer. 3 and a red. Fallagy Chain Dancer gains double strike until the end of the turn. This card, I think, is better than it looks, even though it is bad. It's better than it looks, but it is bad. Right. Amayunek says in Dota, you have a checking account and a savings account. That's such a funny comparison. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, right. Yeah, this card's, it's like whatever. This is not really a limited card. It's not a constructed card, but it's just, it is a card, but it's just not a good card. But it's better than you think. If you are watching this for any educational merit, don't do it. Because everything I just said about the Fallagy Chain Dancer, like, directly contradicts. It's so over-constrained, there are no integer solutions to how I've described it, man. Felden. Oh, yes, Kayla, Feldham, and Darfne. What was his name? Darfna? Or was it Drafna? I think Darfna is pretty funny. Oh, I'm Darfna. I'm a Drafna. It was Drafna. No, it's Darfna now. I'm a very good boy. I'm Darfna. I just, oh God, I love scritches behind my ears. Oh my God, it's Scooby in the gang. Yeah, we got Feldon, Ronom Excavator, which is different from Day 9, Romcom Excavator. 1 and a red for a 2/2 with haste. Feldon Romcom Excavator. Can't block. Whenever Feldon is dealt damage, exile that many cards from the top of your library. Choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. What's the name of it? Like Reckless Riling? The deal 4 to you, deal 1 to me. Reckless Rage. That's what it is. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a 2/2 with haste that, you know, yeah, look at this. Exile that many cards, choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. I mean, this is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. I mean, it's pretty... I mean, it's pretty bad. I think this card's trash. What are we doing? I think this card's horrific. It's a 2/2 with haste that can't block and only exiles the top of its card when it takes damage. Fuck out of here, man. Zeros. Giant Cindermaw. Oh, shit. This dude absolutely has pumpkin gut. He is ready to just spice up everything. 2 and a red for a 4/3 trample. Players can't gain life. Oh. It's a graboid. Oh no, look. Ass blasters. Now, for those of you that don't know the lore of the Tremors movie series, like Grima and I do, you might just think I said ass blaster for no reason. They are, in fact, one of the more evolved aerial forms of the graboids that were introduced in the Kevin Bacon hit, Tremors. By the way, if you haven't seen Tremors, the original Tremors is just a great movie. Just a great A+ feel-good movie. It's just great. It's great. It's good. It's fucking so good. Someone call Bert Gumter. Yeah, Bert is such a hero, man. All right, Giant Cindermaw. Players can't gain life is actually pretty relevant. 4/3 Trampler is pretty relevant. Plush says, so the species is named Ass Blasters? Yeah. I mean, this thing actually seems pretty good. A 4/3 Trampler with a lot of the effects that are in red. This actually seems like it would be a legit card in Constructed. Like, also quite legit. You have 3 mana 4/3. It's like a Bone Crusher Giant. Levels of stats. So I think this is actually pretty good. Goblin Blast Runner. 1 mana 1/2. It gets +2/+0 if it has Menace. As long as you sacrificed a permanent this turn. So this is good in black. Oh my god. This is one of these limited cards that I'm just like, I don't know, it doesn't seem very good. And then Sam Black will like first pick this pack 1. I mean, in Constructed, I guess there's all sorts of stuff that gets sacrificed, like fetch landies, you know, if you have a Fabled Passage and you sack it. This is now a 3/2 with Menace. Treasures, yeah. I guess this is as good as sacrifice decks are. So this is archetype out of 10. Horned Stone Seeker. This is actually a really unusual style of art. I can't tell which way is up. I think I understand. Okay, 1 and a red for a 2/2 with Menace. When it enters the battlefield, make a... Create a tap Power Stone token. And when Hornstone Seeker leaves the battlefield, sack a Power Stone. Huh. This is an interesting card. I actually think this card might even be, like, constructed good, because it has Menace, which is kind of obnoxious. Is he carrying bread? He's a horned bread bringer. self-enabler for the sack deck. This is another archetype out of 5. This seems good. It's an archetype out of 5. But yeah, like menace is a keyword that is disproportionately strong for what it looks like it does. Because, you know, if you have something with, like, vigilance, yeah, okay, it's just not going to tap, so you can attack and defend with it. But, like, menace is actually a pain in the ass, and a lot of your combat tricks get, like, extra value due to menace. Mechanized warfare. This art is awesome. Holy shit. 1 and 2 reds for art that good? I'll pay that every day of the week. If a red or artifact source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 1 instead. This card's pretty bad. It's not going to work in limited. It's not going to work in limited, but in constructed, it's not a legendary enchantment. You can get several of these. It's no Fiery Emancipation, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, Karaoke says the art is so good to make up for the text. Yeah. Yeah, this just feels too pricey. Unless there's something that says deal X damage 1 at a time. Historic Explorer deck with Raid Bombardment, Cavalcade of Calamity might be fun. Yeah, I don't know. I think that we're going to try to figure out how to make this one work, but I don't think it's very good. It also works with artifacts, which is one of the things that I'm thinking might have merit, because there's ways to make, like, 1/1 artifacts and stuff, so, you know. Mishra, Excavation Prodigy. 2 and a red for a 2/1 haster. Discard a card, draw a card. When you discard 1 or more artifact cards, add stuff. This ability triggers only once each turn. The ability only triggers once each turn. I think Mishra Excavation Prodigy is medium at best, terrible more commonly. 3 mana 2/1 with haste sounds terrible. And then I have to pay to discard and draw a card to be able to get to... No, 0. What am I talking about? This is 0. This is so bad. This is like ordering chicken fingers medium rare. Like, what are we doing? This is not going to cut it. This is not going to cut it. While Urza read books, Mishra learned to read the desert itself. Mishra should have read books. Okay? Mishra's command. Oh, we have X. Wait a minute, we got X in here. Never mind, Mishra. Glad you didn't read nothing. X and red. Choose target player. They may discard up to X cards. Then they draw a card for each card discarded this way. So I would choose me. Spell deals X damage to target creature. Spell deals X damage to target planeswalker. Target creature gets +X/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Ooh, that is so bad. Holy shit. Are you ready to sorcery speed? Discard a bunch of shit? Oh, it's going to be sick. Ready to sorcery speed. Pick off something as long as it's not too big. This dragon is furious at the costing of this card. I think you could replace all the X's with 2X. And it still wouldn't work. Art's great, though. Mishra's Domination. Oh, quick. Hit him with the silly string. 1 and a red. Enchant creature, as long as you control. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0. Otherwise, it can't block. Oh. That's very good. That's just a good limited card. Very solid. Very, very solid. It buffs me or you can't block, but I'm still vulnerable. That's nice. That's really nice. Mishra's Onslaught. Instant speed, make 2 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature tokens, or creatures you can control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Another nice little bit of stapling. These big trumpet effects. What is this called a trumpet effect? +2/+0. Wasn't there a +2/+0? Trumpet blast. That's right. Trumpet blast. Big old trumpeting. Yeah, you just staple this to another effect. You know, seems all right. Seems like a very fine red card. Very fine red card. And limited. Monastery Swift Spear. Haste, prowess. Oh my god. Fuck yes. 5 out of 5 in constructed. 5 out of 5 in limited. Welcome back. Literally exploding out of sealed booster packs from 20 years ago to return to the table again. I actually don't know what the date of the first printing was, but this is like one of those, if you have ever watched any Magic in the last 20 years, you know this one. This is so good. Let's Turn since 2014? Yeah, I was right, 20 years ago. Oh my god. Wow. Is it prowess? Is it prowess? Monastery Swift Spear is so good. Obliterating Bolt, 1 in a red. Obliterating Bolt deals 4 damage to target creature planeswalker. That creature would die, exile instead. This is a lava spike. What is that called? God, why is my brain so melty? This card is fine. It occasionally shows up. It is Lava Coil, yeah. It does show up with some frequency in Standard, because there's really obnoxious cards that, like, when they die, they don't quite die, they go to the graveyard, and they come back later. You can just Lava Coil it, and it's in good shape. This also hits Planeswalkers, which is great. 4 damage is a really nice amount of damage to deal for 2. Seems fine. I think Lava Coil could not hit Planeswalkers, so this is a little bit leveled up. So this is a solid constructed card. Limited, obviously spectacular. I see 7 in the mana cost column. 7. Each player reveals a number of cards from the top of their library equal to the number of non-land permanents they control. So I have 5 little creature babies. Reveal the top 5 cards. Put all permanent cards they revealed this way onto the battlefield. Put the rest in the graveyard. So basically, let's say I have 5 things and you have 2 things. Like I have 5 creatures, you have 2 creatures. I cast Over the Top. And then I reveal 5 from the top, you reveal 2 from the top. And I put all the permanents from there onto the battlefield. You put all the permanents on there onto the battlefield. It is the very definition of win more. Yeah. Oh, we're running this stupid shit. Stellar Joe says, this goes in the Power Stone deck. Oh, yeah. So that way we have a way to be completely fucking behind. And then we can get ahead. That's what I'm talking about. That Power Stone synergy. Wow, this card is... I mean, treasure tokens, I guess. Yeah, just make sure you're not ramping with them. Yeah, I think this card's pretty terrible. But we're going to give it a 10 out of 5 and make it work and constructed. This is some fun shit right here. Is this even good and limited? I don't think so. This is going to be one of those things that you get like 13th pick and you're like, fuck, you just drag it into the sideboard. Pendragon Strongbow. 2 red for 2/3. Second artifact. Pendragon Strongbow gets +1/+1 until each turn and deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pendragon Strongbow is a great payoff for Power Stones. Pendragon Strongbow is fun to say, and he's literally a strong bull. Look how ripped this guy is, but he is trying. You can see him struggling. It's not as easy as it used to be, but he still has to feed his family. He cares. He's a father, you know. Pendragon Strongbow, I think for that reason we're going to give it 2 out of 5, just to make that story have a tragic ending. Pyrrhic Blast. 3 in a red as an additional cost to cost this spell. Sack a creature. Perk Blast deals damage equal to the sacked creature's power to any target. Draw a card. Yeah. So this is like Fling, but I draw. Yeah, I mean, I did yawn. You can fling at the face. Feels pricey. Maybe if there's like an ooze that just keeps doubling, I can like not attack with the ooze and then I can like swing with the ooze. So this is fling, but you might actually want to cast it. Like this is, because the fact is if I sack a creature and then target with perk blast, I'm using 2 cards, the blast and the creature. Then if I kill your creature and I draw a card, kind of makes up for it. So I mean, this seems like an interesting one. Activates the sacrifice keyword, so probably a solid enabler limited. Raise to the ground. 2 and a red. Spell can't be countered. Destroy target artifact. If its mana value is 1 or less, draw a card. Oh my god, holy shit. What a tech card. What a tech card, dude. Holy shit. So like this is yeah, Windhunter says this is a vintage card. Yeah, like so God, oh. Tired eyeballs. So there are, in the oldest and strongest formats, like Vintage and Legacy, really cheap artifacts reign supreme. And so Raise to the Ground is a way to be able to pick off some of these really powerful 0 and 1 cost artifacts. So this is so good, because not only are you disabling a key part of their strategy, which is guaranteed, because spell can't be countered, you also get to redraw. Woo! Yeah, Raise to the Ground seems really, really good. Yeah, it hits Moxes. Moxes, for any of you who don't know, are a 0 cost artifact that generates 1 mana of a certain color. Feed to Geeks, isn't 3 mana a bit for Vintage? No. Because you get 3 mana on turn 1 or 2. Yeah, seems great. Seems excellent. Rock Hunter. 3-1 with reach. Okay, this is a card. This definitely was printed. Sergeant Cliffstomper. Or Sardian Cliffstomper. Well, I think of a Sardine Cliffstomper. 1 red for an 0/4 as long as it's your turn. And you control 4 more mountains. Sardine Cliffstomper gets +X/+0, where X is the number of mountains you control. That's just a strong card. Holy shit. Jesus. Is this a constructed level card? I mean, it's pretty big. I mean, if you're mono red and you get to turn 4, swinging with a 4/4, that's tough to get through. I think this is very good. Wow, so yeah. Bum says, that's a stompy sardine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a good one. So it's not going to be good on the early tempo, but it can definitely get value and smash forward. Dark Hollow says, we still have tri-lands for this card, right? Yes. Mountains. When we get to the land later, you'll see that it says land - mountain. It will actually say mountain right here. So if you have like a triome that's giving you, 3 different mana sources, it'll often be like swamp, mountain, plains. So then you can, that mountain contributes to this. So that's really sick. Nice. Nice. This is just superb, well-rounded individual card that doesn't have a bunch of super clean, obvious synergies, but it's still sick. Sibling, Rivalry, Power Stone, Weak Stone. 3 red, gain control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste. Create a tapped Power Stone token. We don't rate these. Tomoko Scrapsmith. Oh, yeah. Look at this fucking nerd. 2 and a red for 2/1. When Tomoko Scrapsmith enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Put an artifact card from others milled into your hand. If you don't, put +1/+1 counter on Tomoko Scrapsmith. So every color appears to have a mill 3 cards, and if one of them's an artifact, to the hand it goes. So all the colors have the ability to enable some artifactualness. So, you know, all these cards I don't really have a particularly strong reaction to, but, you know, it is what it is. Hello. Hello, cat. Hey, look, it's the dragon from the Wheel of Time. Come here. I have comedic delivery here. Come here. Oh, you want the lap? Okay, come on. Come on. Okay. Yep, okay. So this is how she gets ready for... What are you doing? Come here, come back. You walked in a circle otherwise. She likes hugs. Hey, Despy. Hey. There is no escape. There is no escape. Yep, we're doing a cat break. Kitty break. Hey, Despy. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, dude, both cats just love these hugs now. I mean, well, clearly she wants to go, but, like, I can scoop an arm like this and get just a few more scritches out of us. Oh, we are purring, baby. We are purring like crazy. All right, do you want to do one meow? Hey, Despy. Hey, one meow for the chat, please. They'll subscribe if you do it. Please. Despy. Maybe I can annoy her into doing it. Oh, God. Ow. Okay, let me get you off. Ow. Ah, okay. All right, we're okay now. Great. Tyrant of Courageous. 4 red for a dragon. It's 4/5. When Tyrant of Courageous enters the battlefield, deals 4 damage to any target. Ow, fuck. Ow, fuck. This card rules. Ow, fuck. This card is incredible. Ow, shit. This card is really good. Because, she's just putting her claws right into my knee. That's what I'm reacting to. So, it's a 4/5, which is already a really big threat. And it just enters and picks off a creature. Clear 2 for 1 value. 5s across the board. It's a little awkward to try to make work in Constructed, but we will make it work. There's a lot of good ramp targets, so I just need some ramp cards in order to get this to pop off. If only it did as much damage as Despy, I know. Despy has dealt 4 damage to each pair of balls. I didn't use that term quite right. That would imply that I have 4 balls. And she hurt all 4 of them 4 times each. That's 16 damage to all 4 of my balls. All right, let me... Each pair. Damn right. I said each pair. I'm not going to change. Ow, Jesus Christ. God, it fucking hurts. I got to move you. I need to wear pants next time we do this, man. Oh, my God. Maybe see a doctor. Hi, doctor. I'm really kind of concerned. I said each pair of balls on air and... grew another pair, which people have suggested I do when I'm a coward, but I've done it literally, and I'm very, very concerned now that I'll spend the rest of my life rearranging every time I sit down. Balls or bowls? Well, that would actually be straight nasty. Hold on, let me rearrange my balls. All right, I love you. She's purring so hard. Hey, Despy. I'm going to put you down. All right. Ugh. I'm covered in hair. All right, what's happening? Shouldn't Breed just gifted 5. Shouldn't Breed says 1 sub for each of Sean's balls. That's right. You gifted 4. That's really great. I will... Each of my balls thanks you and remembers. why it's so important that they all stick together. Pun intended. Okay. Let's move on to, yeah, this is just a 5. This is a 10 out of 5 in limited. This is like an 11 out of 5. It's an 11 out of 7 in limited. It's like really good. In constructed, we could make this work. A 4/5 that deals damage. I mean, this is just 2 for 1 in a box. It's really great. Weren't you already covered in hair? But like I'm covered in hair, and then I'm wearing a shirt to externally present as a non-hairy person, and now this is covered in hair. I may as well not be wearing anything. So, Unleash Shell. Okay. Visions of Phyrexia. Ooh. 2 red. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Mono red control. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't play a card from exile this turn, create a tap Power Stone token. Oh my fucking god. What is it with this? I don't understand this. Is there any product in real life that has been stapled to things as much as add a tapped Power Stone token? Is there anything that has been stapled to things with this frequency? Has there been? I mean, I genuinely feel like I'm part of a multi-level marketing scheme. It's crazy. Ben Mecca says AOL CDs. There it is. Let me tell you. Buy one computer product, get an AOL CD. Buy cereal at the store, get an AOL CD. Sit at home doing nothing, get mailed an AOL CD. It's ridiculous. Grima77 gifted 5 subs. Thank you very much for embarking upon the quest to bribe Day 9, Grima77. It's wonderful to be here with you. But don't make me rate Visions of Chaos of what this thing is. Please don't make me. Grima77 says, what's that card like as a 4/5 since we know Power Stones are the new GOAT staples? Did you get auto-corrected into illegibility? And then Grima, you write 4 out of 5. Do you want me to rate something as 4 out of 5, Grima? Or are you just coming up to me, fucking kicking the door in? Hey, 4 out of 5. And I'm like, well, that's still pretty good, huh? That's still pretty good. Yeah, you got auto-corrected. Grima says, yes, that. Typing is hard. Grima, I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you. I don't know what you're even saying yes to. Because I just got done talking about kicking in the fucking door and pointing at my eyes and going 4 out of 5. And I looked down at my balls and I said 1 for each of you, right? I'm on this crazy tangent. And then you type, yes, that. I'm not making any sense in heaven since this fucking stream began. Just tell me what you want. I want to thank you and appreciate the fact that you are supporting me. Stella Joe says, wait, there's 5 balls now? No, because it was 4 out of 5. And the joke is that I have 4. What? I feel like Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones in that scene where he's demanding that Cersei marry this fucking guy and Tyrion marry that fucking lady, and they don't want to do it, and they're all upset, and he's just going, my children. That's what I feel like right now. So, look, Visions of Phyrexia is a card that I'm going to run in Constructed. We're going to run the fuck out of it, okay? We're going to have the 3-mana sweeper on one side. We're going to have a whole bunch of burn down the houses on the other side. And then we're just going to make a bunch of Power Stone tokens that we will not use. Okay. Whirling Strike. Target creature whirls and strikes until the end of turn. You know, I think combat tricks are getting increasingly inched upwards, which is good. I think Whirling Strike is pretty acceptable. Because, like, it used to be 3 mana, give a creature first strike till end of turn. Right? Now it's just like, and it gets bigger, and at first strike, and it tramples, and it has so many arms. All right, Blitz Automaton. Ooh. So this is a 7-cost 6/4 haster. It is also a 3-cost 3/2 haster, which is not bad. This art is awesome. I love this setting where it's like a really bright sunny day where there's a storm coming in or just going out, and that sort of quiet that comes along with it, with the really heavy dark clouds. Now, I know some of you live in California and don't know what clouds are, but I'm from Kansas, where we have tornadoes. So I look down and gatekeep around weather. Pretty cool, huh? This card is not exceptional. 4 toughness at 7 and 2 toughness at 3 is like, Oh, Joni Boy DMW says, what if you flicker this? I think it does come out as a 6/4. Because Prototype is part of the casting event. You may cast this spell with different mana cost and color and size. So I think it will come back as the robust one. And so this is really similar to how so many companies release something that they will call the beta of their website, and then at some point a manager just flickers it and it's the site. We're a live product now. Congratulations for hitting such a huge milestone, team. Philology Dragon Engine, an 8-mana 5/5 flyer. You can put a little bit more into it to give it fire breathing, or it's a 1/3 flyer. Oh, Philology Dragon Engine is bad. Drenson says, usually there's a tweet. Well, first we have to pay $8 to be able to get that one all the way to the top. All right, Philology Dragon Engine. Lost the Day 9 says, why does it have... Oh, bells. Bells. Oh, you're asking about the bells. Yeah, it's got 2 bells. Yeah, you asked about the bells and what purpose do the bells serve. What I read was, why does it have balls? I was expecting to look over here and just see some sort of Phyrexian sack thing looking at me. We really got to get off this, or otherwise YouTube's going to demonetize the whole video. YouTube's going to look at me talking about my balls, the dragon's balls, lots of ball talk over 30 minutes and go, my God, that's as bad as that guy celebrating for 4 seconds in that summoning salt video. 2 peas in a pod. Demonetize them all. All right. Heavyweight Demolisher. Oh, yeah. A 7-mana 8/6. Menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap Heavyweight Demolisher unless you pay 3. Because it goes untap, upkeep. So you could go tap and then untap. Oh, this is cool. Oh, yeah. God, I love all of these. Heavyweight Demolisher is pricey as hell. It's huge. You have to pay to make it untapped. And by God, it's fucking awesome. You can unearth it for $1 billion? What are we doing? All right, you can unearth it for $1 billion. All right, this card is an awesome limited card. This is so bad and constructed, I can't even believe it. We'll try to make it work. Oh, God, this Heavyweight Demolisher is sick. Yeah, with all the Power Stones getting made against my will, I guess I'll just may as well cast it. I mean, if you have all the AOL CDs, we may as well make coasters, right? Mishra's Juggernaut. 5 for a 5/3 trampler. Oh, it attacks each combat if able. Oh, it's one of these. Wow, Mishra should have read books, because this card's terrible. This is awful stuff, you know? This is just the worst. Mishra's Research deck. Sacrifice Mishra's Research deck. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until the end of your turn, you may play that card. Is this actually okay? Oh no, it's choose one of them. So yeah, Mishra really should have read more books, like Urza did. Yeah, there's Mishra's research desk covered in stuff that Mishra doesn't know what to do with. These kind of weird symbols. Pfft, I'm gonna go stare at the desert. Yeah, not helpful, Mishra. Just can you give Urza a call if you can read his number? Scrapwork Mutt, 2 mana, 2/1. When enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Very frange. Not incredible. Very frange. It's just not good. But you can cast it with Power Stones. Skitterbeam Battalion, a 9 mana, 4/4 with trample haste. When Skitterbeam Battalion enters the battlefield, if you cast it, create 2 tokens that are copies of it. Fuck. I'm running this in big red. This is fucking awesome. Holy shit. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh yes. Dude, look, for 5 mana, the same that I would cast to burn down the house, I can get 3 2/2s with trample and haste. Good. Really good. I'd give this a high rating in Constructed because we're going to run this highly in Constructed. Absolutely. We're running this tomorrow. Skitterbeam Battalion, remind me. Oh, fuck yes. This is it. This is the shit right here. Yep, Skitterbeam Battalion. Love it. Oh, and you know what? And I am in love with it. This is some good stuff. God, I don't even want to leave this card. Oh my god, when Skitterbeam Battalion enters battlefield, if you cast and create 2 tokens that are copies, can we flicker this card? Can we reanimate this one from the dead? Oh wait, no, it's just if you cast it. Oh, never mind, it's just if you cast it. We could flicker it anyways, and then we'd have it another 4/4 with trample. Alright. I'm going to be right back. I need more water. I'm thirsty. When I return, we're going to look at Ally Animist in green.